Do you guys notice anything different about my background? Welcome to Storytime with Michelle. Jeremy would stay up all night, not studying, not partying, but scrolling through TikTok. As he should! He realized that he wasn't putting effort into his own life, but rather living vicariously through what he was seeing. The 23-year-old lost sleep, his grades suffered, and he lost touch with friends and family. Happy ending, he deleted TikTok and, oh, this isn't actually the real book, has been ever so productive since. That is definitely not the story for everyone. TikTok is facing pressure from state and federal lawmakers about the impact that this app can have on specifically young users. Would you guys consider me a mental health influencer? Anyways, online there's a lot of mental health influencers, and teens and young people can look up to these people who experience similar symptoms. For example, Tourette's tics or rapidly switching from one personality to another due to borderline personality disorder. This is often without medical credentials, and a lot of these viewers directly or indirectly help these people to self-diagnose themselves with their own mental illnesses. These videos are getting billions of views. Hashtag BPD, 3.7 million views. Hashtag DID, 1.5 billion views. The situation is odd because a lot of these things aren't even diagnosed in adolescence. There was one case studied in which a bunch of girls who claimed to have Tourette's would say beans as one of their tics in an English accent, British accent. It turns out that a famous British Tourette's influencer was the origin manifestation, perhaps, of the beans tic. Nearly 2 years of lockdown due to COVID, as I'm sure most of us will recall. All of us, actually, like, what, would you be 2 years old? Anyways, during this time, we were extremely isolated, and when people were scrolling, they found mental health content on TikTok. When you find it, the algorithm has you. I swear. I looked up hashtag DID for a video, and then I got a bunch of like DID videos on my For You page. I don't have DID, but I can definitely see how being served these videos over and over, for a child. This can inadvertently harm young viewers. The TikTok mental health explosion is, quote, clearly a modern version of social contagion, which has always been more prevalent among teens than any other demographic group, says Dr. Twang, a professor of psychology at San Diego University. I am part of Gen Z. I was born in 2000. I think the cutoff is like 1995, 1997. I'm definitely Gen Z for sure. It's easy to see how social media can influence our generation. Rates of depression have doubled among teen girls between 2009 and 2019, and self-harm hospital admissions has soared 100% from girls aged 10 to 14. During the rise of social media between 2010 and 2014, the rise of poor mental health, along with the ambiguity of smartphones, has led to its own frightening epidemic. Psychologists recommend not allowing children to be on social media until they're 16 years old. I'm sorry if you're under 16 watching this. It's not personal. I care about you. Honestly, I wish that I hadn't had social media. Nah, that's not true. So you're feeling unwell, you have multiple symptoms, and you decide to Google what might be ailing you. I'm almost positive almost every single person watching this has done this, and you have possibly self-diagnosed yourself with like the worst possible illness. But increasingly, people will turn to social media platforms like TikTok to self-diagnose themselves with serious mental illnesses. With the internet so accessible and used so much in our daily life as Gen Z, answers to mental illness is online. The answers are abundant and free, but not necessarily accurate. At the early age of 19, Samantha was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. By the time she was in 5th grade, she was already having unalive thoughts. Even with therapy, her struggles with anxiety and thoughts of SH made her feel alone. I felt like there was no one that could help me, and I felt that because I had been through so much that there was just no treatment for me. I was looking for other people through social media. Then I looked through Instagram and any social media I could. Then I found TikTok. On TikTok, Samantha was able to find motivation, mental health education, with the hashtag mental health being used more than 67 billion times. This phenomenon is gaining traction and is referred to as social media therapy. People are going to interactive media spaces to soothe themselves and to make themselves feel better. Samantha's research for mental health education sent her down a dangerous rabbit hole. As soon as she started watching a few, her TikTok was flooded with it. TikTok will manifest your desired algorithm based on a few different things you look at. I definitely am still on hashtag BPD talk. I don't have BPD, but I always get it on my For You page. It kind of makes me think that TikTok is diagnosing me. Not cool. You know what I mean? Like, what? Dr. TikTok or something? I don't know. But you'll be fed all of these different videos about BPD, ADHD, depression, anxiety. The content appearing on your For You page is a result of TikTok's unique algorithm, which sends suggested videos based on what you've liked, shared, or searched for. This bombards people with a bunch of vague symptoms of mental illnesses, which can easily lead to self-diagnosis. This is exactly what happened to Samantha. It got to the point where she was losing sleep because of it. She would be up until 3 a.m. on TikTok just searching, but she was never professionally diagnosed with any of these disorders. In an email to CBS News, TikTok said that the For You page feed reflects preferences unique to each viewer. The system recommends content by ranking videos based on a combination of factors, including videos you like, share, or accounts you follow, comments you post, and the content that you create. There are concerns about what the unintended consequences are of providing a steady stream of mental health content can lead to, especially when it's inaccurate or misinformed. Researchers posed as 13-year-old girls on TikTok and researched mental health content. They found that TikTok pushes potentially harmful content every 39 seconds. Some users got recommendations for content about unaliving within 2.5 minutes of joining the app. According to one analysis published in the Canadian Journal of Psychiatry of popular TikTok videos about ADHD, 52% were deemed misleading. TikTok wouldn't agree to an interview, but they talked to CBS News. They said that we will remove misinformation that causes significant harm to individuals, our community, or the larger public regardless of intent. They said that they care deeply about the well-being of our company, which is why we continue to invest in digital literacy education aimed at helping people evaluate and understand content that they engage with online. We strongly encourage individuals to seek professional and medical advice if they are in need of support. Samantha actually ended up becoming a famous influencer on TikTok, debunking the stigma about mental illness. Samantha spends her time debunking videos one by one. She got 1 million followers and 36 million views. But her takes on mental illness aren't always well received. She says that if I correct people, people will get mad at me because they say that they are talking about their own personal experience and they're not doing any harm. But the truth is that there can be harm with it. People believe all kinds of things that are not actually true because someone they find relatable said it. And they find this person more relatable than any other medical doctor or some PhD science article. They want to value the personal experience. There are people who try to correct the misinformation, but it almost feels like you're swimming upstream. In order to see any real change, there needs to be actual content moderation. Until then, we have to be aware of how the algorithm affects our feed. Samantha finally took a detox from mental health influencers. For 56 days, she went to a residential rehab, and her phone was taken away. She still uses TikTok, but not in the same extent that she did before. When you stop watching the mental health videos, you'll stop getting recommendations for what can be faulty information. If children are on social media, parents need to play an active role in how their children are engaging with social media. While TikTok is a great place for funny videos, maybe not as much for the whole self-diagnosis part. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, and comment below. It helps with the algorithm. Let me know what you thought. Thank you so much to each and every one of my members. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and goodbye.